Alright, welcome to another video on homeowner repair, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a heated chicken waterer out of a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to use a lid, and we have some water nipples to hang on the bottom of the bucket, and we have a heated de-icer from Farm Innovators. So we're going to add this into the bucket to keep the water warm so that it doesn't freeze for your chickens. And we're going to bring this inside because we have a snowstorm coming our way, and you'll be able to see a lot better in there. So let's go inside and I'll show you how to put this all together, and it'll keep your chickens hydrated during the winter months. So what I'll do is I'll put a link in my description to where you can buy all of these items, and you can see how much they are. I happened to pick this bucket up at Home Depot. The lid was at Home Depot, and the little nipples that you put in the bottom of the bucket for the chicken was at a local feed and grain store, but you can buy them online too. So look around online, and I'll put a link to all the stuff for you guys, and you can check out pricing. It's really inexpensive. You should be into the whole thing for about 15 bucks. Okay, so the other tools you'll need is you'll need a cordless drill and a couple of drill bits and like a Sharpie marker to help to determine the location on the bottom of your pail where you want to mark the holes to drill the nipples. Okay, so what we're going to do now is going to mark off a couple of spots on the bottom of the bucket to drill holes for the water nipples. And all you got to really do is make it like a cross pattern. You don't have to get perfect with it. So I'm just going to mark like a hole here. I'll make one over here. And I'll put one over here. And like another one over here. So the directions on the package that I got for these water nipples say to drill 1/8 of an inch hole, like a pilot hole first. So that's what I'm going to do. But you're going to want to read the directions on your package to see if they say the same thing. So then we have to step it up to a bigger bit to elongate the hole so we can get these in there. And as you can see, it goes through really easy, so just be careful. It's not hard to do at all. And just make sure like any little pieces of plastic are off, any little burrs, so you can screw the nipples in and they sit flush. Okay, all these little nipples have a little gasket on them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Teflon tape. You can find it at any hardware store in the plumbing section. I'm just going to put a little tape on the threads so that when you thread these into the bucket, it'll help to prevent them from leaking. So all you do is put a little bit like that on all the nipples that you're going to screw in. Okay, so once you're done, you have Teflon tape on all the threads on your nipples. You're going to screw them into the bottom of the bucket, and they should thread in pretty easy for you. They'll catch you by hand. Just got to press down a little bit. And screw them all the way in so they're bottomed out. The great thing about this is it holds a lot of water. So if you've gone away for the weekend or something like that and you need to put your birds on autopilot, we do that quite a bit. Definitely check out like our other videos that have the 5-gallon feeder and stuff like that. And yeah, these guys have like a fresh supply of food and water all the time out there. But you can see how easy this is. It just screws right in, and I'll be done in a second. Just make sure they're all nice and snug and tight. We got one more. So I have 6 birds, so this should be plenty for the birds that I have. So almost done this, and I'll show you what it looks like in 2 seconds. So when you're done screwing it in, this is what it's going to look like on the bottom. And when it's hanging, all the little plunges will go and they'll block the flow of water, but when the birds come up underneath it, they can hit that and get a drink. Alright, so what you're going to do next is, in order to add the water de-icer in here, you're going to want to put a lid on it, but to get the de-icer into the bottom, you're going to want to notch the lid. So get a X-Acto knife, not X-Acto knife, a utility knife, and then notch the lid. This is plastic, so it'll be easy to cut through. And you can put the lid on the top and poke the wire through it, and it'll keep the water fresh and all the contaminants out of it. So I'm going to do that right now. You don't need to cut a very big notch. Just make it big enough so that the wire goes through. You can remember, you want it to be kind of tight so that you can keep like a lot of the dirt and stuff out of it. I put a piece of cardboard under this so I don't poke through my table. All you need to do is kind of make sure you get a nice knife and be careful with your fingers. Just notch it like that. Then take your de-icer from 5mm and you're going to put it into the bucket like that, and it'll sit nice and flush down there. And then take the top, the lid, and you're going to put it on like this. And now you have a heated chicken waterer for the winter time. You can plug this in, it'll stay warm, it'll stay ice free. Your little guys will have plenty of water all winter long, and it'll stay fresh with the lid on it in this barrel, and you can keep refilling it every few days so that they have a fresh supply of water. But hey, if you have a snowstorm and you know, you can't get outside for a few days, they'll have plenty of water in here depending on how many birds you have. I've got 6, and a pail this size lasts me for about a week with 6 birds, even in the summer. But in the summer we kind of rotate the water around like every couple of days, so they always have a fresh amount of water because it's warm out. So I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.